And we're recording. Sorry, I just needed to check that the recording was on. So we go further in this career story segment of the Know Yourself stage. And this short exercise is about connecting the dots in your career, connecting the dots in your career story. And why is understanding your career story important? Because it's journeying further into knowing yourself. It's understanding what's formed you, what's influenced you to the negative or the positive, and what are the things that you've brought all the way along in your career and you're going to continue to carry with you in your career. This opportunity of reflection is to your power. It might feel like I'm just thinking about something. How is this helping me? It's allowing you to unpack and understand your unique career story, because there is no other person like you who has your story, your combination of experience and talents and skills and your career identity. Everything about you is absolutely, completely unique. And in the future of work, and certainly 2025 and beyond, better isn't good enough. Different is. People want difference. They want to know what you bring as a professional. They want to know what you do specifically within your work, not what everybody else does, but what you do. And understanding your story, looking to the past and identifying some of those key moments and finding the thread is to your power. So I'm excited about this exercise that you're going to do, connecting the dots in your career story. And again, it is reflective. The Know Yourself stage has a lot of reflection to it. As you'll see further on in the curriculum, the Project Yourself stage is far more action-orientated and doing, as too is the Connect Yourself stage. So enjoy the opportunity of reflection that the Know Yourself stage brings to you. So here's how this exercise works. I want you to think about the key chapters, for want of a better word, but the key chapters of your career. Now, what I mean by a chapter is it's a stage, a company, a place, a form of where you were doing a certain type of work that was, for a certain period of time. So a chapter in an attorney's career would have been early article clerk. Another chapter in the attorney's career would have been qualifying and first time of practicing. Another chapter in that attorney's career potentially could have been moving from their corporate organization or law firm and consulting or starting their own legal practice. So the chapters are really these stages defined by you, defined by how you would like to see the chapters in your career. And I want you to reflect on this. Reflect on what role you held in these chapters of your career. I want you to jot down what you actually did in this role. So write down what your core work was and what you were called to do. I also want you to reflect on what you learned from this experience, what you learned from this particular chapter. Another question that I want you to reflect on is, what did you love most about it? What did you love most about that chapter? The other question is, what did you find the most challenging? So the two ends, what did you love most and what did you find the most challenging or the most frustrating? And then the final question of reflection for you is, what strengths or values did you get to express in this chapter? So what did you do? What was your role in the chapter? What did you learn from the experience in this chapter of your career? What did you love most? What did you find most challenging or frustrating? And then what strengths or values or reflections have you gleaned or earned or gained from this chapter? Sorry, that last question is, what values or strengths did you express here? The one question is, what did you learn from this experience? And the other question is, what strengths or values did you express in this chapter? So reflective, spend some time, put aside some time in your diary, sit down, daydream, sit outside, sit down with a cup of coffee, something warm to drink, or something cold, depending on what climate you're in, and a piece of paper, and just kind of free flow with this thinking. It really is a reflective exercise. Nobody else has these answers but you. Nobody else can tell you these answers but yourself. There is no right or wrong way of doing it. There is just doing it. And my invitation for you is to connect the dots in your career story. But in order to connect them, we first need to look at them. As you download the exercise sheet, you'll see it goes into looking for the recurring themes and the threads, and that's so important to do. So to begin with, it's just the reflection based on these questions and jotting down what are the chapters? What are the chapters and what did you learn from that? Because as soon as we can connect ourselves to something that we did that was clearly significant in our work and had an impact on us, when we remember this now, doesn't matter how long ago it was, whether this was 5 months ago, 5 minutes ago, or 15, 5 years, 25 years ago. It's about remembering that incredible, important chapter that influenced us, that had an impression on us. Because once we know and we can collect the chapters in our career, we can connect them to our story. And the story only gets revealed when you reflect on what you've got. So this is the start of doing the reflection. Get deep into it, get into the granular, think of some of these experiences, some of these moments, and jot them down. And I'll see you for the third and final exercise in this segment of the Know Yourself, which is about specifically bringing to life your story.